everyone, and welcome to the Awards Watch podcast. I'm your host, Erik Anderson, editor in chief of Awards Watch. It is the day after Christmas, hence why I sound like I'm talking from underwater. And we're jumping right back into awards because the Critics' Choice Awards are just about a week away. And I have with me two Critics' Choice members to talk about who we think is going to win and why. We've got executive editor Ryan McQuade.
Howdy, everybody.
And you know him as the Awards Alchemist, Mark Johnson.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, how was your Christmas, guys?
I'm exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking exhausting experience. I go to 3-4 different places, and then we had everybody over last night, and we were cooking, and people didn't. It wasn't done till like 10 o'clock, and then I was gonna watch something, and then I just was like, I'm just gonna sit here in silence. That was the best part, was when it was just silence, me and the wife. But it was good. Like a lot of great stuff. Got to see the family. Ate way too much food. Drank way too much alcohol. Erik knows a lot about that, so it was good. It was good. Like I'm excited that we're getting now. It's getting into the serious stuff because like now, post holidays, we are gonna hit a blitz of award shows, and it's gonna get rid of the regionals, and we're gonna get to the televised stuff now.
That's for sure. Mark, how was your holiday?
Busy Christmas Eve visiting with my wife's family, and then Christmas
My
Day was
wife?
very chill.
Oh, sorry.
Right?
He said it.
Christmas Day was very chill. We didn't do a whole lot, and there wasn't a lot to put together because my kids are older now, so a lot of their gifts are more like tech based and stuff, and they can handle their own.
And I was going to say,
stuff,
you don't
so
know anything about
pretty
them.
easy. Right? I'm like, show me what you're doing.
What is that? A USB?
No, no.
No, I actually learned there is no more USB. Everything's now USB-C or something like that.
No, my
You're
God.
USB-C.
Pretty much.
All right. Enough
What about you?
that.
What about you?
What about me? I drank 8 bottles of wine and had a lot of fun,
And you're still locked out of Twitter.
I'm still locked out of Twitter because
it's a Christmas miracle.
My Christmas miracle did not happen, and Tiny Tim died. So that's
I think that's actually kind of good if you had 8 bottles of liquor if you were off Twitter, because the tweets that you could have sent would have been either silly or got you canceled at that point. So.
True. I still have Instagram and Blue Sky, but it's just not the same. It's not as fun. But here we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to talk about Critics' Choice Awards, which are January 4th. They are the first this year. They are going to be ahead of the Golden Globes. So I want us to do a little bit of predicting and a little bit of where we think CCA as a whole is going to go this year, because they are first. They get to be the tastemakers. But as we know, the reputation often for Critics' Choice is that they really kind of just want to be Oscar predictors. And we see that pretty consistently. But, you look at the nominations that we have, and there are a few inspired ones there. And even some of last year's wins were really inspired. The Challengers wins, when they didn't even get nominations. That was kind of cool, kind of something. But I don't know. I feel like this year, and I don't think either of you would disagree, that we're really looking at a very heavy one battle after another sweep with some sinners love. I think that's what we're going to mostly see in like a short version of it. Mark, what do you think the overall likelihood is going to be?
Yeah, I think you nailed it. I think it's going to be a lot of one battle after another, and I think Sinners could come up on top in a lot of spots. Otherwise, I think it's pretty spread out. Looking at what I'm predicting, Frankenstein maybe with a couple, but yeah, it's feeling like a one battle after another sweeper.
What do you think, Ryan?
Oh, this is tough because, to your point, Erik, this organization that we all are grateful to be a part of, they usually fall in line and wait for either for the Globes really to react with their voting. And their voting has been in the past where the voting was open all the way up until the Wednesday after the Globes in some cases. And last year in particular was kind of interesting because it crossed over in all the wins for the most part in the acting categories until it got to picture and director. And that's where CCA did their own thing. And that's
Yeah.
where it had the atrocious director win for John M. Chu. And then they went with Honora, which was at the time the leader in the clubhouse with the critical consensus for Best Picture. And that has happened like the last 5 years in a row with Nomadland, with Power of the Dog. Yeah, well, no, Coda didn't win. Did Coda win?
Right. No.
Picture? No, it was the Power of the Dog. It just that narrative hadn't shifted yet. Obviously,
Right.
Everything Everywhere All at Once won. Oppenheimer, and then last year, obviously, Honora was the win, and it was its only win on the night.
Yep.
And so that's kind of interesting because, and this is where I guess we could talk about how in the last couple of weeks, from the critics groups themselves, it has been a dominating performance by both One Battle After Another and Sinners. They've traded off a lot of wins, but it has mostly been One Battle After Another on top. Like it's been the one that's really taken the field. But
yeah, it's 21-8.
it's 21-8. And that's so that logically the number one thing you would say is, oh, One Battle After Another is going to sweep. But there have been instances of surprises where Michelle Yeoh did not win, where Cillian Murphy did not win. Obviously, Mikey Madison did not win last year, and Oppenheimer did not win screenplay. So, I mean, Honora didn't win screenplay. Baker didn't win anything. So there are places where it could surprise. The great thing about Sinners and Oppenheimer, or Sinners in One Battle, is that there is a divide between adapted and original. So they won't cross paths there in the screenplay category. So that does lend itself to almost like a Barbie Oppenheimer battle here. It just happens, though, to be from the same studio. And just judging the feeling and what I've said most of the year, I think that the priority at Warner Brothers at the box office has been Sinners, and in the awards, it's One Battle After Another. That's their real horse. But there is a strong contingent of CCA voters that I know that love both films. There's not a lot of people that dislike either one of them, but there's a lot of people that will stump for Sinners because they want this to be the place where it can firmly win. I don't know. If we were talking Globes, I would lean more Hamnet a little bit more, or Sentimental Value in that top category for Best Picture. But Sinners, this is their chance. And if Sinners can't win a Best Picture here, I don't know then if you can say it's going to win much others from the rest of the guilds and from the industry. So this is really, I firmly, and I hate saying this because like Eric, you like to say, they're the tastemakers. They get the chance to do it, but CCA gets to firmly plant their flag in and say, do we have a race in this Best Picture category and overall in the whole season? Or is it just a One Battle After Another domination like I've kind of assumed it was going to be? So it's going to be
and there's no there's no crossover between Globe voting and the CCA winners, because CCA is the fourth and Globe voting ends on the third. So there's no.
So they will not see the telecast.
Can look on each other's papers and cheat off of that.
It's kind of great, isn't it? Like honestly, like it's kind of good that CCA
it's the same way that BAFTA coming after Oscar nominations is also going to be great.
I mean, that one's going to be a little bit more frustrating for just us purists trying to predict things and trying to get things right. But I agree with you. In the long run, it's a great thing to have that, because then we don't have all those. Yeah, it's more fun to then we'll find out who really knows how to Then we'll actually find out who the awards alchemist around here is. You know
Oh
what I mean?
my
Like,
goodness!
yeah.
Wow.
We'll put the titles up for the line, like a championship wrestling belt. We'll put it in the
All right.
middle of the ring and let us fight for the title. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like
No, it makes it a little bit more challenging, but then you get to talk about all the different avenues that this race can go.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to some predictions, and we're going to have some of these categories that are going to have nominees that did not make the short list. So that's kind of interesting if how that breaks down. So let's go right to best sound and see where we think and who we think is going to win. We've got F1, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, Surratt, and Warfare, with Warfare not making the sound shortlist. And where do you guys think that this is going to go? Ryan, what do you think's winning?
What's this again? Sound?
Yes, sir.
I think it's gonna go, I think it's gonna go to Sinners.
Okay. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I'm still between Sinners and F1 personally. I could see it going to either. This might be one of the areas where Sinners has a chance to win, and I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I don't know that there are as many F1 fans out there as Sinners. I love both.
I love F1.
Me too. If I had to predict today, I'd say F1 I'm gonna go with, but I think Sinners is a good call here.
I'm also leaning F1 with Sinners as the spoiler. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's pop over to best score. Lots of similar titles here. F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. I think this is Sinners to lose. I would be shocked if it did not win here.
I just wish it was either One Battle After Another or really Marty Supreme. Like I understand Ludwig Göransson's going to probably dominate the season, but like my God, the man will have a third Oscar and sweep of a season in like 6-7 years, and some people don't even have like one. And it's such a and also he could have this again next year because he's got the Odyssey. So it's just it's fucking crazy. It really is. But it's great work. But like
the state of the race that we're at, he has 17 critics wins. One Battle has 4.
Yeah.
Surratt has 1.
It is kind of okay. Well, so yeah, there's that. But I would love to see Johnny Greenwood finally win something. At a major televised event. But I think that Marty Supreme score is so good and such an intricate part of that film. It's like part of that momentum. Both of those movies, their scores are part of like their momentum. And I'm not saying that it's not the case for Sinners, but it's just like, yeah. But I'm picking Sinners as well because you would be dumb not to.
Yeah,
Mark, pick against it.
Yeah, right. That's when I come in and say, Hamnet. No, Sinners. I think it seems like, and this is where I think it's going to get really interesting with Oscars too, with song and score, which I guess we'll talk about song in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But that movie's like all about its music and celebrating its music. So, it'll be hard, I think, for that to not win here.
Yeah. And do you guys want to reveal who you voted for or your favorite in this category is?
I voted for Marty Supreme.
Nice.
I have not voted yet, but
shocker, right?
I will be voting. I know. I like to listen. I want to rewatch. I'm rewatching everything the second, third time here, to give it everything a fair shot. But Sinners is my favorite score of the year, and it's the I think I've mentioned this a few times on the podcast now, but it's the movie that made my son really buckle in and learn to play guitar, and I've loved watching him develop with that over the years. So, Sinners will get my vote.
Mm-hmm.
Erica, what did you vote for? Hamnet?
I voted for Hamnet, yes.
Way to down ballot. I know what you did.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
I spreaded some love in the text. I really did. I feel like above the line was where I set my main claims, but like there's a lot of great technical achievements this year, and the score category is an embarrassment of riches. But
it is. It's going to be a wonderful set of nominations, whatever the really Oscars bring. But what we have here at CCA,
even if Surratt gets in there,
sure.
Even if Surratt,
sure.
I love the F1 score. That's the one
It's very good. It's
hesitate
one of
with
my
Sinners.
favorites
I
of
love it.
Zimmer's in a little while now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
All right, let's go to best song. We've got Drive from F1, Golden from K-pop, Demon Hunters, I Lied to You from Sinners, Clothed by the Sun from The Testament of Anne Lee, which is not shortlisted at the Oscars,
Nope.
and The Girl in the Bubble from Wicked for Good. I think this is a little more competitive than maybe it seems. I think Golden is going to win, but I think there are certainly plenty of Sinners pilled people that will go right for this song.
Mark?
I'm one of those people. I will definitely be voting for I Lied to You. And I also have Golden winning. I do think it'll be very interesting on the night. And in fact, I still have, I guess you would call it a little bit of an upset. I still have I Lied to You as the front runner for Oscar, because I still have a feeling that might triumph over the more popular Golden in that field. But at Critics' Choice, I think there's enough. Listen, this is the group that, like you said, gave Chu the award for director. I think that same contingency will prefer Golden.
I think that it'll be Golden in a landslide, because this is also like the same group that gave I'm Just Kin the award. So they gave the more populist song rather than the Oscar favorite. And then sometimes they just go hand in hand. I mean, it's going to win the Grammy before when it's, winning the Oscar.
Yep.
I think that it's one of those, like, it's kind of what we've always wanted and we've been asking for the last couple of years. It's like, why don't we have songs that are on the charts that cross over with the Oscars from movies? And this is definitely that case. So, and Netflix has done a fantastic job with this in particular of getting them out there. And even on the Thanksgiving Day parades and doing tons of Q&As, the Golden team and the K-pop Demon Hunters teams, they've been everywhere. So I don't see a place yet for I Lied to You, which is, I think, just it's such a visual song rather than it is a musical song. Like, the arrangements are great, but it's so visual. I actually think the spoiler here is not I Lied to You, but it's The Damn Girl in the Bubble, because you have people that love Wicked so much inside of CCA. I mean, for God's sakes, they gave John M. Chu an award, and wow, everybody acknowledges those songs stink. I could still see them wanting a moment where a certain somebody gets on the stage with the wind and all that. So, like, I think she would just go up there anyway with the songwriter. So if they have that on the telecast,
yeah, possibly.
So that's the spoiler.
Yeah, I mean, I think Golden is winning. I think I probably like Clothed by the Sun better, but oh well.
Well, and F1's not even running the right song.
Nope.
I know. God,
they are
they're
not.
They're not running the Chris Stapleton song. And
crazy.
That's the biggest shocker, I think, of any, like, what
biggest stumble of the year
was backing. Yeah, like what Chris Stapleton's is about as big as it gets, and that's the best song in the movie. What do you
it just feels like it would have been more competitive. Momentum.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I think it's also one of those where it's like, man, I would have loved to see that performance. I mean, like, it's right. Sometimes, like, when you're running a campaign, you should also think about, like, I know they don't think about this, but I like to think about performance. That's why, like, the White Noise song a couple of years ago, I was like, man, if that got in, holy shit, what a performance that would be.
Yes, it would have been.
It would have been awesome. So,
all right, we're going to Best Foreign Language Film, where we have It Was Just an Accident, Left-Handed Girl, No Other Choice, The Secret Agent, Surat, and Belen. And so that people listening know, the reason why Sentimental Value is not here is because it is in Best Picture, which was a new rule that they just instituted without really saying so.
Because we all got to vote on that, right?
Because we all got to vote on that. Oops, no, we did not. So that was a really big surprise. Mm-hmm. Now, if you are a foreign language film and you are voted for in Best Picture, you cannot be in foreign language film.
Can I just say that's a beyond silly rule, and it shouldn't exist. I get the intent,
though. I get the intent, because
the Oscars don't do it, Mark. So no, we don't need to be.
I know.
Nobody else does that.
New York does it.
And this is a whole probably a
Or
conversation
LA.
for a whole nother. This is a conversation for a whole nother time, I'm sure. But the question should first be, do we even need this category anymore? I love this category. I don't really want to get rid of it, but the more and more we start seeing international films in the Best Picture races, the less of a need there is for this. And why I think it makes sense to maybe, I don't know if pulling the nominee out versus maybe just wrapping the category up makes sense, is if you do have a movie like Sentimental Value getting in for Best Picture, you are saying that's one of the best films of the year. These other contenders are not.
Mhm.
So how is it not the automatic winner? So
Yeah.
it's almost like, do you exclude it from the nominees and just give it a prize because it's clearly the winner, or is there another option? But I get the intent, because
But also, like, when
clear
you look at the Oscars last year, they had two international features that were up
right,
for that. And going into the nominations, we'd have thought it's going to be Amelia Perez. Obviously, the controversy switched that around.
sure,
And so, like, that it's always a rich tapestry. I mean, there's always, I mean, like Pan's Labyrinth. I always remember that, where everyone kind of thought that was a shoo-in, and then it did not win. So the existence of those categories, because it's a mostly American telecast, it makes total sense. And I mean, if you're not going to say that a foreign language one, well, then by God, then we don't need an animated one. We don't need documentary, because we can let
yeah.
those in the Best Picture, right? Oh wait,
I
we
think I
don't
think
always. So
I think at the end of the day, it's if one gets in, it should just be
well,
a done deal, because you already know the winner. You're saying this is one of the 10 best, and these aren't.
That's not
So then
necessarily the case, though, because there are plenty of examples of critics groups
I know,
who
but I
have
know.
done that, and that seemingly obvious choice is not the choice, because there are two different processes of voting, and once you have the second one, you can make a different decision.
Yeah, I think it looks odd, and I think this is what they're getting at, is I think it looks odd if Sentimental Value is one of
That
the
it would
10
look
best films
that
of
it
the
would just
year.
look like a ringer.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if it loses, and then if it loses, it's an illogical process, right? If it was just an accident, beats it for foreign language, but doesn't get in picture, and Sentimental does,
But see,
it doesn't make sense.
I disagree, because then you have the
Okay,
scenario where because Sentimental is in Best Picture, but Accident is not, you can
yeah,
move your votes in foreign film to it was just an accident. You can
so
put your
wait,
support behind it there.
but again, I go back to it. If K-pop Demon Hunter was in picture, do we get rid of the animated category? Do we get rid of if
Would
the
it have not
documentary
been allowed in
category?
here the same
If
way?
in the do we get rid of the documentary? If well, that's a whole different show and a different process.
yeah,
But in a
it could
regular
win.
award show, like do we get rid of that? No, we're not going to get rid of it, because the Oscars
Mm-mm,
don't do it. The Globes stopped
Right.
doing it. We shouldn't do it.
mm-mm.
I don't know what
I'm
crazy
not about
pills you had.
taking categories away, Mark.
Yeah, Mark, I don't want to
I'm
take
not. Listen,
categories away. I want to
I'm not
present them
either.
all.
I'm not either. But in my opinion, this category exists to expand what movies people see, and
Sure.
to open doors
But if
that
they
way.
have, but
The
if they, I
question the
mean,
question is it needed nowadays with
do we need to have the
these
best
films
comedy
showing up in picture?
category? Do we need to have
No,
best
no,
action
we don't.
film? But
No.
we
No.
do. And you're wanting to
Okay.
get rid of international film, and I'm not getting rid of that category. So get rid of that damn category first before we start doing that.
Well, now that
Fine. Listen,
we've conquered that whole issue,
right.
what do you think is winning?
This is actually a good question, because
Yeah.
then, I mean, it
Yeah,
is.
it
I
is.
mean,
What is
I,
the second best international feature this year? Basically, is what this is
I don't.
asking.
Here's the thing. I don't even think with Sentimental Value being in this field, it would be an easier prediction at that point.
I don't
To
either. I
because Jafar Panahi's narrative out there in the world
That's what
and
I'm
what's
saying.
going on with him transcends any type of weird nominations out there.
Mhm.
It does. And there is a massive faction for the secret agent, and people do the indie critics love Surratt, and then the others are just happy to be there.
Mhm.
But
All
I,
right. So what
I
are you predicting?
I think it's gonna be it was just an accident, but it that movie underperformed so much with this this telecast,
Mhm.
and
Sure,
it didn't
but
seem
then
like a lot of
that
people
becomes
saw it.
then another way to be like, here's the only place I can really reward it for the
Sure.
best place.
Honestly, you know what? I'm going to switch it. I think it's going to be The Secret Agent because they got
Okay.
Wagner Moura in, but it was just an accident would win for the narrative of it all. And I know that sounds weird, but just based off of how they nominated that film, they didn't. And I don't think they saw it or they cared for it. So the only way that movie would win is based off, I think, a narrative with the CCAs.
Okay. Mark, what do you think?
I think the narrative is what will get it done, and I think it was just an accident.
I think it's going to be a landslide for It Was Just an Accident.
See, I think he won't be there because he's going to be in court.
Yes, he will literally be in court on the day that he wins. So maybe they'll let him zoom in a little speech.
Oh my God. Your one phone call.
Do you think
the one phone call he gets?
Do you think as we get closer to Oscar voting, or when we get closer to that in the larger scheme of it, like that's going to play a big factor into his or the film's
huge
narrative?
Factor?
Yeah,
I think
a huge factor.
I think it started in Cannes. I think it started there. I think it'll go through the year.
I mean, it's a wonderful film. It's one of my top 4 of the year. I'm not saying, I'm just talking about like it's so heartbreaking to read all this stuff. But I don't want people to think it's just based off a narrative because it's very deserving and it's been nominated so many places. But I think what CCA would be based off of that because of its low nomination.
I don't think it would just be CCA. I mean, this happened with Farhadi and The Salesman.
Correct.
So that was a narrative driven win.
Oh yeah.
I think we see that almost every year with this category, and you see it in a few films here. There's always a narrative behind a lot of these movies.
No Other Land was big on that last year.
Exactly.
I'm Still Here was as well.
Zone of Interest. And
this year,
voice of Him Rajan this year.
Yeah, which I think is still very much in play.
That way.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to Best Animated Feature.
We're getting rid of this category.
Another category that you guys seem to want to get rid of because
I don't want to get rid of anything.
All right. The nominees are Arco, Elio, In Your Dreams, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie, or The Character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. My goodness, is this an easy category?
I mean, you can get rid of it because it's a really shitty year for animation.
It is so bad.
It's the worst. The worst year for animation in quite a long time in terms of like real competition.
Yeah.
That being said, the movie that's going to win.
I thought I was going to be alone with that, but it's awful.
Well, Mark, you hate K-pop.
I don't hate it. I just didn't get into it at all. I loved Arco. Arco's my favorite.
You would like Arco. That's such a derivative movie.
It's for like 3-year-olds.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, man.
The animation
I guess if you take an edible and watch it, you're just like, wow.
That's exactly what I did.
It's gonna be K-pop, like in a walk. It's the easiest one on the night.
It is. Probably. It's going to be the biggest production number. It's going to be all of the things. All right. Visual effects. We have Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Frankenstein, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, not Oscar shortlisted.
Bullshit.
Sinners and Superman. I mean, talk about a category that doesn't need to exist if there's an Avatar movie, unless some crazy upset were to happen. I don't see it this year.
It's doing so well at the box office right now.
Sure, of course it is. Fork found in the kitchen.
It's only going to drop 20% in the second weekend.
Yeah, it's doing great.
Good.
Easily $1 billion by the third, $1.5 billion by the.
It's because these movies are so long that their opening weekends aren't as big as
no, I love it.
Like other films because they're 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, it proves the point, Netflix, that movies can have fucking legs, and they can kick you.
And they kick you. All right, so we're all Avatar here, or is somebody going
this is easily
F1.
Yeah. I mean, I would love it to be F1, but
you don't think Frankenstein could?
It could
possibly.
I mean, like, I don't like the special effects in that movie.
If I was ranking them in terms of what I think is the best to worst, Frankenstein would be at the bottom of the list here.
But that's also one that I do think could, because a lot of people love that movie, and
that's what I'm thinking.
There could be downvoting for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think Sinners is the one to look out for. I think it's actually Frankenstein, but I'm going with Avatar.
Yeah. If there was a number 2, it would be Frankenstein, I think.
It still baffles my mind that the Mission Impossible film wasn't in the short
After
list.
just getting in last year?
But also after the announcement of the stunt Oscar for that not to get in is kind of crazy.
Do you think it's because so much of it is real stunts that they're not sure what's visual effects and what's real?
I mean, there's a lot of like computer generated bullshit in that movie, but yeah,
No,
I mean
because
that hasn't stopped them before.
They just nominated the other one last year.
Yeah.
So it seemed crazy to me to not even shortlist it. All right, hair and makeup, which includes 2 non-shortlisted films. 28 years later, Frankenstein, Sinners, The Smashing Machine, Weapons, and Wicked for Good. I think that because we have the knowledge of the shortlist now, that voters are going to go against that and go for Weapons anyway.
Wow. You have what you're predicting Weapons?
I am predicting Weapons here.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
This is
That's awesome.
very interesting. I agree.
Really?
I think that, what was so crazy about that not getting in is that WB did such a pointed campaign.
The whole
for that
campaign was
makeup.
about it. It was a genius campaign.
Makeup. It was a really great campaign. And then that guild, which there's a lot of people in that guild that I love, but they went and did their own goddamn thing. And I kind of respect that. But it was definitely the biggest shock in the morning. I see it being like a challenger's score situation where the critics hold on to this damn thing tight until people can't vote for it anymore. So yeah.
No.
Interesting.
But they thought Alto Knights and Nuremberg were worthy.
Nuremberg. I told you Nuremberg for a while was getting in. You just weren't ready for that one. And it's gonna get nominated. It's
really, you think so?
Oh yeah. I think it's
the only fat suit.
It's the Golda of the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just like, holy shit.
But even Marty Supreme shouldn't have been shortlisted here too.
Yeah, because acne is a real challenge. Yeah, it's
get out of here. That's crazy. All right, what do you think's winning?
For what?
For makeup.
You guys both said.
Yeah, we both put. Yeah, I took Weapons.
Okay.
I'm going Frankenstein, but I love your guys' pick. I love it.
I mean, I think Frankenstein is a realistic pick for sure, and it's winning the Oscar for sure.
Oh, like it's kind of now a walk. Like I think that the only challenge for Frankenstein might have been Weapons, and now that it's not there, it's over.
Sinners. I think Sinners is a competitive.
I don't think so. I think that. Well, this is my whole thing about Elordi is that I think he gets in because he's the transformation of the year. It's all the 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 hours that they keep adding on to this of how much he spit in the chair. It's one of those where you're like, it makes sense. And he's been paired in interviews with Jacob so much, like Mike Hill and his team. It's pretty locked up.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. All right. Costume design. Frankenstein, Hamnet, Hedda, Kiss of the Spider-Woman, Sinners, and Wicked for Good. This feels more competitive, maybe.
Costumes? It's just going to be Wicked.
You think it's just going to be Wicked? Really?
Yeah, I just think so. I did not vote for Wicked. Shocker. I didn't vote for.
I did not either.
The same costumes that I've seen already before.
Yeah.
Or the sex.
Prediction.
I didn't vote for the sex cardigan as much as I wanted to. Eric knows. I voted for Hedda. Yeah. I mean, like that's. Oh wait,
great
costume. No, I did not vote for Hedda. I voted for Frankenstein.
Okay,
Frankenstein's what I'm predicting to win, but now, and I didn't even think this would be close.
But Hedda would be a kick-ass win.
Yes, it would.
I could see Wicked. Upsetting, but
I'm predicting Frankenstein here.
I hope so. She's wonderful. She's so great, Kate Howley,
and her work for Hamnet.
Yeah. Oh, for Hamnet? You don't say for
And
that
you
little
shocked? Is that
for
a
that little red
surprise?
dress? Yeah. Eric likes a little red dress
Mm-hmm.
in the woods. Into the woods.
Okay. We are going to go to best editing. Interesting set of nominations here. One very inspired one, at least.
Yeah.
And we have A House of Dynamite, F1, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Perfect Neighbor, and Sinners.
Shout out The Perfect Neighbor. Just what a fuck. The documentaries should be in this category every year. This is ridiculous that it's
All
not.
the time.
It would almost got my vote just for that alone.
Yeah.
But obviously, I think what will win is also what I voted for. I voted for One Battle After Another.
I do think One Battle After Another is the likely winner.
Deserved winner. Easily.
I think Marty Supreme is probably a closer second than F1 or Sinners.
Yeah, no, for sure. In terms of editing, because of just the
Yeah.
pace of it. Yeah.
And just a lot of
Yeah,
editing.
I would predict One Battle After Another as well. I haven't voted yet. Like I mentioned, I think I'm leaning toward F1 for my vote here, but I think One Battle's a fine choice too.
So you're doing the editing sound alignment.
Look at you, Marcus.
Didn't I?
Look at you.
Yeah.
He didn't even
Look at
know
me.
he was
Look
doing
at
it.
me.
That
There
is
it
a
is.
very common Oscar voter thing
There it
too.
is.
So
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
it could absolutely happen.
Yeah.
All right. Best production design: The Fantastic Four: First Steps, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Sinners, and Wicked for Good. I am doing the costume and production design pairing and going with Frankenstein.
Yeah, I'm going with
Same.
Frederick Frankenstein. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same.
I wish I wish it was Marty Supreme
Great production design in that film.
because of my guy, the undefeated GOAT, Jack Fisk.
Mhm.
Just I think about so many of those sets. It's just incredible.
Although another really great inspired nomination for Fantastic Four here because it is fabulous.
It is really great.
production
It really
design.
is great, fabulous production design. Hamnet also, I know, Eric, that's where you voted.
Mhm.
But it's really great. What they do with that globe is incredible
globe.
stuff.
They
And the
recreated
house
the
and
globe.
just everything. It's just impeccable work in that movie.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
and they planted the trees. That's what I heard.
It's a lot.
No, I'm just kidding. They didn't plant any trees. They just found them. But
sure,
wouldn't that be great if they just said, "We planted trees and made them"? You know. Actually, the tree that she's under is Jacob Elordi. You know.
Anyway, moving on from that. Yes. Mark, did you pick your
Yeah.
predicted?
Also Frankenstein. for
Yeah,
both
that's what I
costume
thought.
and production. Yeah.
All right, best cinematography. Lots of the same names here, kind of just over and over. We have F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. Mark, what are you predicting? And what did you like best of this list?
Ooh, damn. What I like best? Oh, that's tough because all of them, honestly.
It's a killer group.
Train Dreams is probably my favorite. As much as I mean, it was like instantly when I saw it in Middleburg, and that was my biggest takeaway. Was holy shit, that was the most beautiful movie of the year, I think. So
That's
that
what
would be
the
my-
ads say with your name on it. So yeah,
that's right.
I'm pretty sure
True,
you have to
right.
say that.
And way to plug his own
Right.
self and his own quote. That's
no.
some fucking diabolical shit.
That's what I said. Damn it! Okay,
Put it on a
It was the
billboard.
most beautiful. It was the most beautiful film. It really was, though. So beautiful. The boots hanging on the tree. Like there's so many
Oh.
shots I love. So
That
I will
motif
vote
is
for-
incredible.
Yeah.
It's so great. I'll be voting for Train Dreams, but it's such a tough year because I love this category.
Yeah.
I will predict Sinners. I do think the shots in Sinners are probably a 1B to the Train Dreams.
I think
Ryan, what do you think?
I think the guild is going to change this category. Like the guild winner. I don't think she's going to win in the guild. I think that this has been a mostly critic thing. And I think that Sinners will win this category, but I think then the guilds will have their say and we will have a much more competitive, nail-biting Oscar night between BAFTA and the guild. I just don't see that her sweeping the entire season.
What do you think the
And
guild?
by
what
her,
do
you
think the
mean
guild's gonna go
Andral
with?
Archipel, right?
Yes, I
Sinners.
think.
So
Yes.
you think she's going to win CCA?
I think she's going to win CCA. I think that One Battle After Another is going to be competitive in this with her because it is the overwhelming favorite film by so many people.
And is that your favorite of this group?
It's not what I voted for.
What did you vote for?
I voted for Train Dreams because I
Nice.
agree with Mark. I think it's some of the most beautiful filmmaking of the year. I think that the reason why I think that One Battle After Another is going to do well is because they've of the VistaVision components and the fact that that was these are using cameras from 40, 50 years ago and recreate and using it on such a massive scale. And they have done a lot of paired Q&As with the editor and cinematographer at Kodak and a bunch of different places this year. And those have actually been some of the more sold out events for One Battle After Another to talk about the technical aspects of it. So I think, and also that is, kind of what happened last year with The Brutalist a little bit too. So, and with Oppenheimer. So keep an eye out for that, folks.
Okay.
And you can see the movie all the way through for the whole film.
Yeah, I voted for Hamnet. Shocking.
What?
Beautiful, another beautifully.
But
shot
it's a beautiful
film.
movie.
What the hell?
Like Zuka Zoll's cinematography,
Yeah.
incredible stuff.
One
of our
opening
best-
shot alone is enough for me. Would be enough. It's
Right.
the
Absolutely.
lighting of her in that forest is stunning.
There's not a choice you could make here that I would like frown upon.
Pretty
I think
much.
they're all pretty great.
Well,
So-
I mean, I think Dan
Stop it.
Laussen's a pretty bad.
That's going to get in the 5 though at the Oscars.
It might, but at least Wicked's not here. So
Thank God.
let's count blessings
God,
today.
I really
Thank
got
you.
that Christmas present under the tree yesterday.
Exactly. All right, a new category for
I know where
Critics'
you're
Choice.
going with this.
and new category for the Oscars. Slightly different here, as it's called Best Casting and Ensemble, which I think is a terrible thing.
Ooh.
I hate this so much.
It's a little bit
Tricky.
it's a little bit of a nonsense name because the only people recognized are the casting directors.
Yeah,
So
but then
this
it's
is a
about the
casting
ensemble.
category. It's not an ensemble category. This isn't SAG cast, and it's trying to have its way with.
Tell the voters that.
Yeah,
well,
I don't
tell
like
them
it.
right now on this show that's not.
I don't
what
like
this
it.
is.
I don't like it. This should be just best casting. Anyway,
Mark, you better when you vote for this, you better vote for the casting director and not just an ensemble here.
yeah, this
When
is
you're
your best
done-
picture.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I want you to know this because you haven't voted yet. But this is for everybody out there in CCA, all of our wonderful friends.
I didn't
that
even
are in
realize it was
CCA.
an ensemble was part of it. So I was planning
Yeah.
on voting for what I'm going to vote for based on the casting selection. So
Mhm.
There you go. That's what you should do.
that's what it
As
should
you
be.
But Eric, this is what I've told you all season of how I'm so nervous about people just voting an ensemble in this category.
Yeah.
And it's just it will really be very it doesn't lend for an inspired win or like actual it just leads to down balloting, which is frustrating.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think when it comes to Oscar, I think this is going to be one of those categories that takes some time to figure out what it is. And I think
Yes.
while they don't really know what it is, it'll likely
It'll
go
be
to
an
ensemble
ensemble.
type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, we have Hamnet, Jay Kelly, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Wicked for Good. And really, there's a good argument for many of these because there are child actors that went through long audition processes. There are incredible discoveries, first-time actors. There is a lot to choose from here.
Coleman Domingo as a lion.
Let's
Yeah, there's
not
all
talk
these
about
different
that.
Impeccable choice.
I mean, the casting of the year. Those 3 lines. Stunning.
Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Mark, who do you think is winning?
This might be a little bit of an upset. I think One Battle is probably the favorite here, but I'm going to predict Sinners for the cast here.
Oh, I actually think Sinners is the
Is it?
one.
Okay.
I would love this to be Hamnet because I think
Yeah. Hamnet be great.
Jacoby Jupe is like it's a profound discovery of this year. I also would love this to be One Battle After Another because of Chase Infinity and a lot of the supporting surrounding cast, like the military guys and the kids in the high school, and
Sure.
a lot of these like the kids on the skateboards, the Latinos on the skateboards. Like that's such a sprawling cast for that movie. But I think it's going to be Sinners, and I voted for One Battle After Another because I think that it has the incorporations of an ensemble, yes, but it's also there's a lot of people that have never acted before that they had to find for that, and then also the Christmas Adventurers, who Eric's a proud member of, so there's a lot of cast.
Listen, they would not have Eric. Are you kidding?
They would never.
Not that Eric would have them, but
I'm not gay.
It's a mutual no, thank you.
I'm not a homosexual.
And I
there are lifts in your shoes.
And I love black women, so I would be ineligible as well. So what can you do?
My God.
We're all ineligible.
We're really, really on a tangent here. Okay, yes, I think Sinners is going to be the winner here as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. But I think the casting in One Battle
that's the one
is better, more interesting, longer, and does actually require the use of a casting director in a way that isn't just the director picking out who he wants to work with.
Shocking. Ryan Coogler's working with Michael B. Jordan again.
Exactly. There's no casting
director not a shot at him, but
in that.
That's a phone call.
Yeah, but there is, for Miles Caton as a discovery.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of all pinned on him, I think, as a huge discovery.
Yeah. And I think people
Marty
just
Supreme
think that
also has
a ton of it.
Huge amount of non-actors, really cool, weird faces that just feel completely new and found and created.
I like how you're just like, it got a bunch of weirdos in it, folks.
There's a bunch of weird looking people in it, and that's like perfect for this. It's great. But I obviously voted for Hamnet, so.
No, I mean, like, honestly, this is a really good category. I mean, I know it's on the short list.
I'm glad we have one now.
I'm telling you also, the one that's on the short list at the Oscars, and I hope it gets in. I hope Weapons gets in because of having to recast that entire film.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's somebody having to do the work and it being an improvement upon the cast before.
Sure,
like that's got to be part of the Bake Off of like just explaining the process of all that. It's got to be part of it.
All right. So we all voted,
Kelly.
Right?
Jay Kelly. That's the definite. Jay Kelly and Wicked are. I mean, Jay Kelly's got like the younger versions, which makes sense. Wicked here is totally just like we like the ensemble. We want them at the party kind of thing.
Okay, there's two things though. I mean, Jay Kelly does have everybody that's like on the train and in Europe. That's really just like super fun casting. The Wicked thing is only really here because it's the first year of it. The first Wicked movie would have gotten in. It's really just a holdover from that. Yeah, that's all it is.
Totally agree with you. Totally agree.
Yeah. All right, we are getting into the top 8. Here we go.
The holdovers, by the way, was in 2023. Eric, just letting you know.
You know what? No. Okay, we are at Best Adapted Screenplay, where we have One Battle After Another, Train Dreams, No Other Choice, Frankenstein, Begonia, and Hamnet.
Give it to him.
It's again some interesting choices that are, some really stick to the source material really strong. Some jump off of it in a crazy way. Some expand on it into a completely different world. And then at least one of them is so loosely based that it shouldn't really even be here.
Which one are you talking about?
One Battle.
No, you're just being a
no, this isn't Vineland.
Yeah.
Like at all.
it's like There Will Be Blood.
Would you have
Like,
would you have
very early
nominated him
days.
for Oil and There'll Be Blood?
Again, the same concept. I think
Same
Yeah.
maybe
concept.
what Eric is saying is they belong.
Yeah,
in
so
a
if you
list.
nominated him then you can nominate him here.
You're not listening to me. You've got like a porridge in your head.
No.
I'm
I know
saying it
what you're
doesn't belong in this category. It's an original screenplay.
Yeah.
It's
Nominate-
so
nominate
loosely
him, but
based
just
that it doesn't
cover
even exist anymore.
It doesn't matter because it's going to win, and you'll sit there and you'll lick it.
Well, I will like
Clap
it because
for
I
it.
think it's a great screenplay.
It's a yeah. I don't care. I don't care. Original, adapted, both. Don't care. Win
Yeah.
it. Winner,
Yeah,
winner, motherfucking chicken dinner.
I,
all
I
right?
think this is
chicken licking
Sure.
dinner. All right.
wow.
I will probably be voting for Hamnet, but I predict like you one battle.
That's what I
I
did.
voted for one battle after another. It's
Mhm.
a remarkable.
I voted Hamnet,
screenplay.
but I think one battle's going to win, and I'll be happy for that.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
both great.
also I do also think the changes in Hamnet that she makes with Chloe Zhao are so intricate to why the film's so successful. So
yeah, where
and I think a lot of
where
that's
the book ends and where the movie is those are two different things.
well, also I just think the expansion of Paul's character as well too
Yeah.
is really great. So like if either one of those won, that would be great. Those are really the only in the category that I want to win.
Yeah. All right. Best original screenplay. We have Jay Kelly, Marty Supreme, Sinners, Weapons, Sorry Baby, and Sentimental Value. This is Sinners in a Walk.
Should be.
Should be.
I don't think it's losing.
I don't either.
I think that if there is a place for sentimental value to win something, I think it's in this category. Clearly, a lot of people love it enough to put it really well in the top 8. I think Sinners is winning. That's what I'm picking. I did not vote for either in my my vote. I voted for Weapons.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote for and predict Sinners, but I think if there's a spoiler, and I don't think there is one, but if I did have to predict, I think Sorry Baby has a pretty passionate base, and I wouldn't be surprised if that made a surprise win.
I think it's happy to be here.
I think if
But
Ava Victor had gotten into Best Actress, maybe,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it is
Did that
also
get
one
into
of those
comedy?
No.
is
That-
It is
that
also
would-
one of those things where this is the only place you can award
Yeah.
the film, so maybe there's the thing, but I don't think so.
But that down balloting stuff for Sinners,
Yeah,
like there's some,
CCA is not about really doing that.
And there's
kind
gonna
of
be a lot- and
brave
there's gonna be-
thinking.
and sentimental value clearly has a lot of support. Weapons, Marty Supreme, yes.
Mhm.
There's a lot of, I mean that movie's probably like in 5th or 6th place in this category.
she was too old for Best Young Actor or Actress, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, 20 is the
yeah.
cutoff.
No, 18's the cutoff, isn't it?
No, 20 is
No,
the cutoff.
20. Oh, because
we're going
Miles
to get to
Kenton.
that category right
okay,
now.
okay. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Look at that.
Yeah.
What a
there's your
transition.
segue.
There you
Exactly. Best Young Actor Actress, Everett Blunk, The Plague, Miles Caton, Sinners, Carrie Christopher, Weapons, Shannon Mahina Gorman, Rental Family, Jacoby Jupe, Hamnet, Nina Yee, Left-Handed Girl.
Which one's Carrie Christopher? Is that the kid?
He's the little boy.
That's the man.
Oh, man, he's so goddamn
That
good in
kid
that
is
movie.
amazing.
Yeah.
He's so
Really
good.
difficult.
That's
Difficult.
such a
role.
difficult role. And there's little
I think
Jacoby
every
Jupe.
one of these
Having
every
to
one of these
feed all
performances
those
is great.
zombie kids soup.
Warm soup. Yeah.
Ugh, in the dark in a basement. Yikes.
That's how Eric takes the soup during award season. Just right out of the can.
God.
Not even heated up.
Not even warmed yet.
Lukewarm soup. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
this is a 3-person race, but I think this is Miles Caton's to lose.
I think it's Miles Caton. I voted for little Jacoby.
I also voted for
I
Jacoby,
voted for him. I thought he was
obviously.
so good. Well, also I just thought that Miles Caton can win if he wins something, he can win the song or ensemble or something. He can go win now that. This is the only real place to award, I think, the best performance in Hamnet. I've come around on that as being the best one. He's so good. Yeah, that kid made me cry so hard. And I think it's such a difficult role. And it speaks to Chloe Zhao and the casting director of finding someone to play that part and make it feel so beautiful and devastating the way it does. I think his little sacrifice scene is it's just so incredible. I love Jessie, don't get me wrong, but I've come around to like I think that's the performance, and usually this category really frustrates me because I think if you don't have good kid performances in some of these things, it really derails your movie. And I just thought he was a revelation.
Mm-hmm.
I think all 6 are great. I'm gonna probably vote for Miles. I'll predict Miles, but I'm curious because you said there's a 3. You think there's a third one that's in it?
Who's the third one?
Third Blanc.
I think Carrie Christopher is actually competitive here.
Oh, for weapons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that if Chase Infinity was of the age range, I think she would be walking away with this.
Yeah,
actually.
that would be a very interesting battle between her and Miles Caton.
I think she would win it because then I think that they could. So. I think because she's won a lot of the prizes already.
Most of them.
Yeah, and it would also be like I'm not giving her my best actress win, so I can get rid of this kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go to Best Supporting Actress. We have Elle Fanning for Sentimental Value, Ariana Grande for Wicked for Good, Inga Ibsdottir Lilius for Sentimental Value, Amy Madigan for Weapons, Wunmi Mosaku for Sinners, and Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another. Ooh. This is about as close to what the Oscar lineup is going to look like, barring some really crazy surprise. But
Jennifer Lopez. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
A spider
woman. Oh my god! Nightmare fuel.
I saw that trailer again the other day, and I screamed because it was
it's
awful.
Anyway, sorry, Mark. Who's winning?
I think this should be. I feel like this should be a blowout, but maybe not. I think Amy Madigan's going to win, and I probably will vote for her. I'd probably be between her and God. I love Teyana Taylor so much. I'd probably be between those two. Maybe wound me. I don't know. I know, right? I know. Yeah. Surprise. I love them. They're great in this movie.
Oh my God! You did not just do that. Anyway, Ryan, who do you think is going to win?
I voted for Teyana Taylor.
Okay.
Because one, she's incredible in that movie, and
she's awesome.
I love talking with her. You can catch that interview up on the website. And there's so much. I think that Perfidia is one of the most complex characters of the year. But I think Amy Madigan's going to win this, and I think it's going to be like it's going to be a big deal. Like and this could start the run. I mean, it's such a great win if it happens. Yeah. I would love Teyana to win too because I think she could give a dynamite speech. Obviously, you have to keep in consideration Ariana Grande because Wicked has underperformed, and this would be the place to award her. But if she doesn't win here, which feels very friendly to her, then it's not happening. But if it does, then we have an interesting conversation. It's been very spread out, but they're holding on to hope. The Grande stands out there. And I think that Amy Madigan, she's been doing so many Q&As, and that movie is so beloved. And without the makeup nomination, the focus is going to be her solely. And it feels like a great lone win, and winner for that film, and a character that's like one of the characters of the year. So I think she's going to win, but I voted for Teyana Taylor because I love Teyana Taylor in that movie. But I would love Inga to win too. She's great in that film as well.
She's my number 2, but I think Amy Madigan is going to win. I think she's going to win this, and then Golden Globe the next week,
and then we're off to the races.
Here we are. Yeah. Very much
what a cool fucking win, by the way. If she wins the Oscar,
awesome.
It would be such a great win. It would be one of the best supporting actress wins also in a very long time. Same for Teyana Taylor, same for Inga.
It will be, but the only thing is that without that makeup even nomination possible, it's going to be a little strange and difficult if she is really a lone nominee for the film.
There is screenplay. There is screenplay.
There is.
Line in the weeds.
Possibility. Yeah, sure.
There is an open spot. It could happen.
Yeah. I think looking down the line, I think if Weapons gets in screenplay as well, then Madigan makes a pretty clear winner.
Yeah. Mark, you were going to say
So
something?
you mentioned Inga is number two. Do you mean you think if Amy doesn't win, Inga wins Critics' Choice?
No, for
Okay,
me,
for you
she's the
personally.
number two.
Okay,
Yeah. And
got it.
then like Wunmi Masako would be probably three.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
No.
Maybe it does. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
They
Oh,
she
right.
needs a win. She needs a big
Yeah.
win like this.
Oh,
That
a
feels like
lot
a
of them do.
yeah. Well, she didn't get Globe, right?
No,
Yeah. That
she
would have
did
felt
not.
like actually a place for her to win would have been Globe if she got in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, best supporting actor. We have Benicio del Toro, One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, Paul Mescal for Hamnet, Sean Penn for One Battle After Another, Adam Sandler for Jay Kelly, and Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. Mark, who's winning?
Boy, oh boy. I'm most likely going to vote for Paul Mescal. That's probably my second or third favorite performance of the year at worst. I can't believe there's a chance he may miss with Oscar. I'm nervous. But I think I'm going to predict Benicio to win this.
I think Del Toro and Elordi are the front runners
Okay.
here, but I think Del Toro's winning.
Yeah,
That would be insane if Jacob Elordi won the Critics' Choice.
that'd be
It
awesome.
it
That would
wouldn't be
That'd be
totally.
It's
I
not
love it.
It
out
wouldn't
of the
be.
realm of
It's
possibility.
it really would not be
No,
at
it
all.
wouldn't be. No, I don't. I think
Cool.
I voted for Benicio del Toro, and I think Benicio del Toro is going to win this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this will start his televised sweep. I think he's going to win and be the one battle after another supporting actor that emerges. I thought it would be Penn. I'm actually even happier that it's Del Toro,
Mm-hmm.
and because he is from critics to people not in the industry, everyone they talked about. My in-laws saw the film, did not care for it that much. Loved Benicio. Not a surprise. So he is the performance that everyone has just been like, but Benicio, but Benicio. And it just, that means you have passion. And that means that people want to give you things. And they stopped this production for him. The movie wouldn't work without him. He's going to win this
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Yeah.
He is good and his character was so likable. But God, like I would rank him like sixth or seventh best in the film itself. Like I just think there's so many performances that I'd put ahead
Mark
of
really
him.
just said, fuck Latinos right on this
No,
podcast.
well, I love Benicio, so don't get me wrong. And again, like I said, he's the most likable character probably in the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
But there's just so many other.
Well, Mark really
I'm still
relates to
shocked.
Lockjaw. So, as
I'm
we've
still
stated
just
on this
really
podcast.
shocked that he's becoming a front runner. Like it just.
I'm
I'm
not. I
surprised.
mean, Eric, are you surprised that he's becoming a front runner?
Yeah, I was definitely surprised that it just sort of happened, and
Happened.
then
Yeah.
all
Hasn't
all of these
stopped.
groups very very quickly
Yeah.
gave permission for everybody else to say, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is
I hope
okay
so.
to do this."
Well, what if it's just Stellan Skarsgård?
I think it very well could be.
I mean, like
It very well
that's
could
been
be,
the
and he
default
could
since
he could win
Can.
the Globe.
It has.
Yeah, everybody since
I
Can's
still
like it's Stellan, and it's like
Yeah,
I still have Stellan. I still have Stellan in my Oscar predictions at one. I don't think that race is done.
I think
by
he
any
could win
means.
Globe. I think this one
Mhm.
though it feels
Absolutely.
more
Yeah.
Benicio and Elordi, and then maybe
It
Stellan
does.
wins the Globe, and then we'll have a
Yeah.
really interesting conversation at SAG and BAFTA when those happen.
Yeah.
But I just see one battle walking away with an acting prize, and I think
Yeah.
that that's Benicio.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
necessarily have to walk away with all of them, but I think that that's the one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think I need to reveal who I voted for, so we'll just move on to
He voted
the
for
next
Adam Sandler.
category.
Hey, how's it going,
Best
Jay
friend.
Kelly?
Oh my God.
He it
Yes.
really was the Chalamet basketball stuff that really turned him around.
Yeah, sure.
No, it was Paul.
We're gonna do Best Actress.
Oh God. Oh, we're gonna do that
Um,
one. All right.
Yeah, yeah. And we have Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. We have Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Chase Infinity for One Battle After Another. Renata Rantz of for sentimental value. Amanda Seyfried for The Testament of Anne Lee, and Emma Stone for Begonia.
I'm going for Cynthia Erivo. Oh wait. Oh,
Boy,
wait.
was that a snub. My goodness.
Yeah.
Define snub.
Globes too, right? Or
No, she got in at Globes.
She got
They
in
didn't get in
Yeah,
picture
right.
at Globes.
Yeah, that's what it was. Right.
Eric, where are you going?
Where am I going here?
Well, I know who you picked.
I think this is really, really
Close.
really competitive
Yeah.
between Buckley and Byrne. Like really competitive.
So
Yeah, it is.
can
The
I
two
say
have been
yeah.
like volleying back and forth for critics wins. They
Yeah.
are neck and neck with each other and keep, one goes ahead and then one goes ahead of that. It's been like that for the last month. And obviously, Hamnet has 11 nominations. This is the most likely, if not only place that it's going to win. But then you have If I Had Legs, which is the only place this can win. This is going to be, I think, I would love to see the votes, however this turns out, because I think it's going to be very, very close. I can see Rose Byrne edging out the win here, but I'm going to stick with Buckley
As your prediction.
as my prediction. But I think it's going to be so close.
Well, Mark.
Yeah, I agree. I think I mentioned Mescal was in my top 2 or 3 favorite performances of the year. Buckley and Byrne are the other two, and I do think this could be. And I'm not even that big a fan of Byrne's film, but she's undeniably great. But goddamn, Jessie's the best performance of the year, male, female, lead supporting for me. So I'm gonna vote for her, and I'm gonna predict her.
I am predicting Jessie Buckley to win this, but I am predicting that knowing I did not vote for Jessie Buckley in this category. I love Jessie Buckley. I love a lot of these performances.
Mark, congratulations. You are the new executive editor of AwardsWatch. Well done.
I voted for Rose Byrne.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
and that's why Mark is the new EE, because I need loyalists.
Listen, I think
I need
that,
yes men.
I can do that.
Listen, I think it's. I mean, also, I think Renato Ransfo is incredible, and I think Jason Finity is
completely.
wonderful.
I mean, they're all.
And I
all
keep
of them are
thinking
great.
about a film that I'm going to rewatch later this weekend. I keep thinking about Amanda Seyfried's performance in The Test.
This is what I watched on Christmas Eve for the second time.
What a great Christmas Eve film,
Oh my
honestly.
goodness.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it was. This movie is
Get your hint of
fucking
religion in there.
masterpiece.
Yeah.
She is unreal.
So I've really. Here's the thing, Oscar. I think it's Jessie. I think it's like I have not wavered on that because I don't see where If I Had Legs I'd Kick You has a path unless she sweeps the season. So I just also voted for a performance that I can't get out of my head, and I think that Rose is so good in this. Both her and it was like a coin flip. I flipped a coin. I went with Rose because it's such a good performance, and it's the only place to award that film. And other places I voted for Jessie. I voted for her. This is the thing. I voted for Jessie Buckley on my ballot. I voted for Rose Byrne, and I voted for Tessa Thompson. So it was I got 2 out of 3.
Who should be here?
Who should be in here? And what the fuck with Emma Stone? Get her out of here.
Oh, Emma's good too, though.
They're
all good. It was a good year for. I mean, Jennifer Lawrence is missing as well. There's good year.
And
Good year.
Eric
for the
loves Die My Love. So
I love that. I love.
And loves After the Hunt with Julia Roberts.
I liked it.
I did too.
I liked it. But yeah, I hope Rose wins. That would be great. It would be great. Wonder if maybe CCA pulls the tie out again.
Oh God.
Listen,
I
I can see that
because the next week at the Globe, since they're not in the same category,
Oh,
each of them are going to win, most likely.
oh my God.
So we're going to have
Wow.
just a stalemate.
That would be actually, I mean, I would be totally good with both of them winning.
I could
They would
see
have no
that
problem with
happening,
You know
honestly.
what? Just get, but also because it performed so well above the line, and there was a lot of love for the worst person in the world.
it. Mm,
The sneaky third is Renata Reinsve. She really is.
Oh, absolutely. I don't
She's
think
so
it's
sneaky there.
sneaky.
You know, above those two. But I think it's just gonna. I think it's just gonna be
yeah.
Jessie. It's just gonna be Jessie, and I think that's totally fine and totally cool. I just want Rose nominated. That's really what I just want at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If Jessie wins, I'll love it because I think she's so wonderful. She's gonna have the bride next year, but like Rose Byrne, that movie, it will be the only nomination for that movie. So it's like I want her to get in so bad.
But only because it didn't qualify for visual effects with the hamster scene. It should have been.
I mean, what the fuck? I mean, talk
Right.
about new performer of the year. Like, what are we
Right.
doing?
Breakthrough performer. the
Breakthrough
hamster.
performance, the hamster in in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
All right. We are moving to Best Actor. And we have Timothée Chalamet for Mighty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another, Joel Edgerton for Train Dreams, Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. Do you guys think this is really competitive? I feel like it's really competitive.
Not at this
I kinda
telecast.
don't. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I kind of
All
don't
right.
here.
Who do you think's
I
winning
think in
then,
the, I think
Ryan?
in the I think in the I think in the Oscar race it
Oh.
feels competitive, but
Okay. Well, here then. Ryan, who do you think's winning?
Schwip! I think it's gonna be Mr. Chalamet. Like, not even close. Because I think the fact that he didn't win last year, and Adrian did, and I think that he's going to win this award. I mean, I did not vote for him. I voted for Leonardo DiCaprio, and I think that is who is right there in second place. And that's actually the person Timothée Chalamet does not want to be in second place or have in this an overall Oscar race. If it's an Oscar race between Wagner Moore and Timothée Chalamet, I think it'll be in good standing. I think if it's between him and Leo, boy howdy kid, you're going to get outclassed and outmanned because he's also in the Best Picture film at that point. So, but I think at this telecast, the best actor, like one of the lead actor awards the last couple of years has gone different paths than what the Oscars have. And I think Chalamet has done a lot of campaigning. The movie's doing somewhat well, you know.
It's doing very well.
For its like only 2,000, it's only like less than 2,000 screens. Is doing very well for itself.
It's going to have a 25 million opening for the 4 days. It's
very
great.
good. So I think it'll be that. But man, this is an interesting thing because a lot of people have been putting their eggs in the Ethan Hawke basket over the last couple of weeks. They have. And you've been seeing a lot of people on the trades, and you've seen a lot of people online talking about like, this is how the path for Ethan Hawke happens. This is about the next 2 weeks. You're going to find out how much that was never going to happen because I don't think Hawke's winning the Globe, and I don't think he's winning here. And I think it's a 3-person race, and this is the Chalamet prize he gets. You know, just like he got one last year. You know, he'll get one this year.
Mark, what do you think?
yeah, I agree. Chalamet seems like he'd be the front runner here to win this. I'm not even sure Leo is the number 2. I don't know who is. That's why I think in this race. I think this feels like a.
Honestly, I think it might be Michael B. Jordan.
It could be. That's kind of where
At
I'm
CCA.
thinking, but yeah, at CCA
Because of the center slope. But then Leo's right there.
Yeah.
You know,
he is. I would imagine. Yeah, but
You know.
Timothy.
Yeah,
Now, who I'll
I
vote
think
for?
Chalamet is a winner here too.
Yeah. So who did you guys vote for?
I voted for Leonardo DiCaprio.
I voted for DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea on that one.
You can just vote for
honestly-
Leonardo DiCaprio. It's okay, Mark.
I loved Leo in One Battle. I probably will go Joel.
Oh, that's a
Train
great
Dreams?
performance.
Yeah, I
He's
love
so
both of
good in
them.
that movie.
He's great.
Yeah, I'll probably go Joel. But I don't. I'm probably between Joel, Jordan, and DiCaprio.
He's a good dude. He's a
Like the
good
middle
dude
of
too.
John.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, yeah, he was
Yeah.
nice at Middleburg.
Good dude.
Good dude. All right. We have
Director.
just 2 left, and we're going to Best Director now. We've got Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Ryan Coogler
It's
for
done. You don't have to say
Sinners,
anybody else.
Guillermo del Toro for Frankenstein, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Joaquin Trier for Sentimental Value, and Chloe Zhao for Hamnet. Yeah, I mean this feels pretty
Paul Thomas Anderson.
pretty cut and dry.
Any questions, kids?
But what if Ryan Coogler is the winner here?
This is not where I think Coogler could win.
But what if he is? What if it
Then he's
turns
John.
into-
Then he's John M.
into
Chu.
CCA is a big a Sinners love fest.
Then it's
That could happen.
it could happen.
Michael B. Jordan could be the winner.
That'd be pretty.
I just said that earlier. Great for
Yeah.
listening. Our skills,
Could
our
happen.
listening skills are wonderful today.
So if it's not PTA, who do you think it is?
Well, obviously, if it's not PTA, then it would be Coogler.
They'll give it to Sean Baker because they didn't give it to him last year. I mean, I don't know. Like it's.
Wow.
I haven't
Wow,
thought about it
number
yet.
two.
I think it would. I think honestly, the second place would be Coogler, but I think
of course it would.
I think PTA is that far ahead in all of this.
Yeah. I think so
and
too.
and regardless of what you think is winning the film, there is a anointing Paul Thomas Anderson in this category that so many people have been wanting to do for decades. This is his time. I know that Ryan has this narrative. It's a narrative that will get him nominated, but he's going up against a man that's made 30 years worth of what a lot of people consider the greatest movies of our time. So, including the one that he has out now. It's true. Look at those best of the decades list. Not a lot of Ryan Coogler movies or Chloe Zhao movies on there.
Wow.
A lot of PTA movies on those. Look at Kyle Buchanan's lists. That'll say a lot right there about the industry right there. And who's up there?
You're firing shots, and there wasn't even a war.
Well, you're giving me the looks. It goes right to him. You know, got bullets in the chamber for all.
Kind of an offense.
Well, Eric, who
instead of
did
a
you
defense.
vote for?
Who do you think I voted for?
You voted for Paul Thomas Anderson,
I did vote for Paul Thomas.
and you
Anderson.
proved my point. It's like there's just people that want to vote for this man, and see it happen. And I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's great. And I pray to God there's not some nasty narrative out there throughout the season between these two films, because they're both great films and made by great filmmakers. And
I
then,
don't think there's really going to be. There isn't. People have already made Hamnet a villain, so there's no villainry between
evil, wicked
Sinners
Hamnet.
and One Battle.
How did Hamnet of all films?
because
be
people are
so
assholes. That's
Yeah,
why.
it was.
Let's just say
quite
it
a
out loud.
surprise. Quite a surprise.
So
Oh, you mean the
like,
movie directed by a woman? Yeah, is the
Mark,
villain?
who do you think is winning?
Rude.
I think Paul Thomas Anderson's going to win this, no doubt.
Okay.
And I love Paul Thomas. Like There Will Be Blood is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I want him to win because
Be
of
careful,
that.
Mark.
But
Well, if you want him to
I
win, vote
think-
for him.
I don't think I'm going to, because I don't think it'll matter. And I think I owe Chloe Zhao my vote for how much I've shit on No
Man,
Man's
he's-
Land over the year. But not for that reason as much as I do think this is.
He really
the
does
best
want my
directed-
job.
I think Hamnet's the best directed film of the year. I think what she did there was
All right.
beyond breathtaking and moving.
You know what,
and,
Mark? You vote for Chloe Zhao. Go ahead.
I
Yes,
probably will.
please do.
I probably will.
Do that.
Please do.
Split the vote.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. This is how Ryan Coogler wins.
Yeah, that's right.
This is how you. Benny Safdie gets the job done. No, I'm
For
just kidding.
real.
In a right.
All right.
Oh my
We're going to
God.
close with Best Picture.
Yeah.
And we have Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Jay Kelly, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, Sinners, Train Dreams, and Wicked for Good. Boy, if this doesn't look like a Oscar Best Prediction website, I don't
holy
know what
shit.
to tell you.
They look like they've been at the horse track, like a derby that's painted
could
gold.
be.
Mhm.
You know?
It could
Full
be
of
huge.
horses on the way to the glue factory.
Correct.
All right, Mark, what do you think is winning? What do you want to win?
Well, I think this is One Battle After Another's year, and I think it's going to win a lot of the top prizes like we've been predicting here. I will be voting for Sinners, which is my favorite movie of the year. I do love Hamnet, but yeah, and I love F1, which is not here. I love a lot of movies this year. Honestly, it was a pretty good year. I
It's a
wasn't
great year.
sure about that. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that until now that I've seen a lot of these 2 times, sometimes some of them 3. It's a pretty good year. But yeah, I'll vote for Sinners, but I'm pretty positive One Battle's winning this.
Brian.
I voted for One Battle After Another, my favorite film of the year. It's very rare that always gets to line up. It's happened in the last couple of years, so that's pretty cool. I'm predicting Sinners to win the top prize.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope Ryan's right.
And then it wins here, and then it loses at Globe.
Begins a steamroll. No, come on.
Like I think that there's going to be like, this is the little John M. Chu, where everyone's like, oh, it's one, like One Battle's won this and it's won that and it won director, and then Sinners wins that. But then
I can see that happening.
The next week,
Wow.
One Battle dominates at the Globes, and Sinners and Hamnet are in a battle. We'll see how that plays out. And then we get to the guilds, and then it's full steam ahead, One Battle After Another after that. But this is the place I think Sinners wins a major top prize. If it does not win somewhere like here, then it's over. It's really, then at that point I would be like, okay, I don't see the Globes going full on Sinners. Maybe it wins SAG Ensemble, but
It win Producers Guild.
No,
it made a lot of money. I think it could win.
It doesn't matter about money. That's it doesn't matter. Like Honora didn't make that much money last year and it won it.
No.
Yeah, it was a shit year. That was a shit year. This is I think we'll talk about this, I guess.
Oppenheimer beat Barbie and that made more money. It's not about the money. It's not Mad Men.
It also made $1 billion. They both made a lot of money.
It doesn't always have to be about money. It's about what is the best film of the year. I kind of would.
I'm really into the idea that because of the Globes having the 2 separate categories, that we're going to see some face-to-face matches and then some that don't really matter or are going to give us different winners. We're going to have that in Best Actor because both DiCaprio and Chalamet are competing against each other here. They're competing against each other at the Globes, but then at the Globes we'll have Michael B. Jordan versus Wagner Moura, and that's going to create a new winner outside of these two. Same thing
Jeremy Allen White
with Jessie Buckley and Rose Byrne, separate categories, pretty easily I think going to be the winners there, which then keeps that same top 2 thing kind of going. And that'll happen next week in Best Picture because One Battle's in comedy, Sinners is in drama.
Is there a single way where it is not Sinners and One Battle After Another? And if so, what is it? What's the film here? If it's not those 2, then there's a complete surprise.
Critics' Choice?
Yeah, that picture. What is it? Sentimental value?
It would only be between Marty Supreme or Hamnet because they will have acting wins behind them as well.
True. Well, that doesn't matter.
Presumably, maybe.
I mean, that doesn't matter. I mean, like, again, Honora just had its one win in that category.
Absolutely.
So
I just think Hamnet's part of that triumvirate of films.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if it's not
the reason why I say Sinners, Eric, and this goes back to and I know that I'm not trying to throw shade on them, but it's like the Gold Derbyification of some of this things. So what's the top prediction on Gold Derby right now? Well, based off of just the users, One Battle After Another sits at 6 in their predictions, which is silly. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the world of me discovering this the other day with Eric.
I showed that to Sophia and Ryan, and they didn't believe me.
The experts and the pundits,
though?
users,
Okay,
users. Like
but the default one Mark, the default one on the page is the users, not their editors and not the experts.
Yep.
And those clearly have One Battle After Another at number 1. The number 1 for the users is Sinners.
Yep.
So I think it's either one of those 2 films. I'm leaning on Sinners as of now. I also just do this, Eric and Mark, you're going to understand this reference. In the NCAA basketball tournament, I never pick my team to win, but if they break my bracket, my bracket, I'm okay with it because it's my team that did it.
We call that hedging.
I'd say I'm hedging my bets. I think that that's okay to do.
Not edging.
Not edging.
No, not
yeah,
Edging with an A.
I
That's-
saw your face, Mark, and I knew that was coming.
Yeah, that's for
So to
another
speak.
discussion about Pillion down the road.
Yes.
Well done.
All right. Okay. Yes. That's going to wrap up this Critics' Choice Awards predictions. Those will be on January 4th. All three of us will be there live to cheer on our favorites and others. But in the meantime, Mark, where can everybody find you on the internet?
I'm at Mark Likes Movies on the social medias and writing for both AwardsWatch and the Contending. Oh, and Gold Derby Experts, which should be the featured, not the users. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And Ryan.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Blue Sky, Ryan McQuade 77. Director watches on Thursday. We're talking, or we just released one. We're talking Warren Beatty. It's Warren Beatty series. Next week's Threads. Good stuff. Root for your favorites. See a lot of movies. And yeah.
Yes, and you can find me fighting to get my Twitter back still. And anywhere else, I am AwardsWatch, Letterboxd, Instagram, Hinge, Tinder. Not really. Just kidding. I'm not doing any of that. But yes, anywhere else, that is where you can find me. So thank you, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you all next time.